Stuart Hall has fallen a long way. The veteran broadcaster, for years known for his exuberance, is now, according to his lawyer, only too aware his disgrace is complete. Originally denouncing the allegations against him as pernicious and spurious, the 83-year-old has now admitted indecently assaulting 13 girls, including one 9-year-old, in offences that took place between 1967 and 1986. Fatima Manji reports.
Mr. Hall, will you apologise on camera to your victim?
Excuse me. I have no comment to make at this stage.
No comment and no apology outside court. His lawyers later released a statement saying Mr. Hall is very remorseful and now accepts his actions were completely wrong. Those actions, indecent assault against 13 girls, the youngest of whom was just 9, the eldest 17. Amy, not her real name, was working in a hotel he was staying at 40 years ago. Her voice has been disguised.
He pushed me up against the wall and he tried to force himself onto me, but he grabbed hold of me and he started kissing me, and then he tried to force himself on me. I struggled, I tried to push him away, and it was only the fact that there was someone walking along the corridor and the floors creaked that he stopped and I managed to get away.
His victims did not know each other, and almost 2 decades separated the first and the last assaults. But almost all of the victims, including one who was only 9 at the time of the assault, provided strikingly similar accounts. Whether in public or private, Hall would first approach under friendly pretenses and then bide his time until the victim was isolated. He can only be described as an opportunistic predator.
It is a damning description of a man once known to the nation for his iconic broadcasting and eccentric style. His own lawyer described it in court as his disgrace being complete, having admitted to charges including molesting a girl aged only 9 years old. And yet, incredibly, only a few months ago, just down the road from here, Stuart Hall stood outside the magistrate's court, proclaiming his innocence.
The allegations are pernicious and callous and cruel and above all spurious. I'm not guilty, and I shall be defending the accusations. And like a lot of other people in this country today, I'm wondering why it's taken 30 and 40 years for the allegations to surface.
For years, this was his public face. Quirky, playful, even with establishment figures.
Is that going to describe your tactics, strong and silent on the games, or will it be...
And yet, while a nation watched in amusement, his victims looked on in disgust.
And I will ever forget that voice.
Despite admitting his guilt, Stuart Hall walked out of court today, free for now, but knowing he could be facing time in prison. The judge says all options are available to him when he sentences Hall next month.